Hey, what's up? It's Dr. D, the sports doc that rocks. Champ Life Fit Tips. More specifically, Champ Life Holistic Healthcare Fit Tips. We'll get into that in more detail as we go along. Today's topic is to dream in detail, why I started to do this show, and the ANS, the autonomic nervous system, that regulates our health, our heartbeat, the digestive system, etc. All the things that happen with our body that you don't consciously have to control. Aren't we lucky? First tip, dream in detail. I always wanted to be a pro football player. I was on a pro football field in the same month I was in a pro boxing ring. But I only achieved it at the level that I dreamed it. For example, playing pro football. I came from a small city in Windsor, Ontario. I was one of the first of 10 players ever in the late 80s to get offered a full Division I football scholarship to Central Michigan. So I turned down like 10 scholarships and verbally agreed to go to Central Michigan. And they pulled out at the last minute and I had no place to go. So I sat out for a year and played in the Canadian Junior Football League, which didn't affect my eligibility. The next year, nothing was going to stop me from achieving my goal. Remember, being a pro football player. So I called up Eastern Michigan University by myself, called them, told them my detailed history. They had just won the California Bowl, Mid-American Conference, that had beat Central Michigan, that had left me out on the street, so to speak, and I walked on. I earned a walk-on opportunity. And the year after they won the California Bowl, got a full football scholarship. A couple years later, my position coach got a job with Michigan State. I didn't like the chemistry of the team, so I left. Went back to the Canadian Junior Football League to sit out a year to continue my fight to play pro football. Starred in the Canadian Junior Football Championship. Starred in the game. Got a tryout in 1990 with the Hamilton Tiger Cats of the CFL. One step closer to the pros. Canadian Football League is pros. NFL is obviously the ultimate pinnacle in football on the planet. And after my tryout, 1 hour tryout with Garney Henley and Coach Baker said, "Hey, I've seen enough. Let's go to the dressing room. I'm going to write up the contract. You're on the team." 1990, Hamilton Tiger Cats. I'm catching balls out there with Garney Henley for the last 15 minutes going, I made it. I was running all over the yard, benching 400 pounds, running 4.57, but not just a 4.57 in the first quarter, 4.57 in the fourth quarter, CFL game, getting ready to run all over the yard. And I came into the office and the coach is shaking his head and says, "Hey, you're ineligible because you left Eastern Michigan. In the timeline back in the day, you couldn't leave early and make the pros. So you got to sit out, and now we'll give you a tryout the next year." The next year, both of them had gotten fired, so the timing wasn't right. But for 1 hour, I was a pro football player. So again, dreaming in detail. And another analogy, my brother, the Golden Boy Lalonde, world champion from Canada, WBC light heavyweight champion of the world, once floored Sugar Ray Leonard back in the glory days. When he first started boxing, his goal was very early on video, him saying, "I want to be the champion of the world." He didn't just want to become a boxer. He wanted to be the champion of the world. And he became one. I also became a pro football player. But I didn't say I wanted to be the best football player. I didn't want to make $1 million. Money was never my motivation. I played for the love of the game. So the take-home message is to dream in detail. Second of three topics, why I decided to do this show. Again, as a former football player and boxer, my whole life has been doing, not talking. I benched 400 pounds. I squatted 550 pounds. I ran a 3:33 marathon. I'm 54 going on 34. I'm from the generation where you don't videotape every workout on how to build gigantus bicepticus. We just did it. But we're in the new age, and I'm going to improvise and adapt, overcome. And again, why I decided to do the show is because a patient of mine not long ago, Grammy winner, I won't drop this specific name, after explaining what Hippocrates, the father of medicine, said when he meant, he said, look well to the spine for the cause of disease and let food be thy medicine. And I explained the whole thing while I did my 1-hour chiropractic assessment, aligning the spine, dealing with the mental, physical, and emotional blocks to our holistic health. He, as he got up off the table, he sounded like Mickey from Rocky. He said, hey, Dr. D, you owe it. You owe it to people to share what you know about holistic health and how to optimize your vitality. You owe it. And I was like, this guy literally had me, the most intense athlete back in the day, with my actions and sometimes my words, that I needed to share the message of what I know. And what makes me, the most, one of the most powerful things is knowing what I don't know through experience. Third and last topic of the day is the autonomic nervous system, which is our brain and our spinal cord, and how it relates to holistic health. Check out the Hero Within, How to Face Your Fears. My first novel I wrote in 2012 gives you some little basic steps how you can fight daily for your holistic health, which again is mental, physical, and emotional balance and alignment with our inner guide. And how that relates to the autonomic nervous system that regulates your heartbeat and your digestive system, all the systems of your body. Is if you're mentally stressed, your body's in fight or flight. If you're in peace and love, your body's in feed, pee, and breed. And all life thrives on love. And the autonomic nervous system is listening to your mental, physical, and emotional practices. If you're exercising too much, the body's going to do a bunch of systems to break it down, to break down your bone faster. If you're eating too much food, your body's going to store fat and make you more fatigued. And so your autonomic nervous system is trying to keep you alive, but we do have control over our physical, mental, and emotional input, which is absolutely incredible, guided by the hero within, not me, the hero within all of us, which is our inner guide. And so please like and subscribe. We're going to keep these under 10. And I'll have some exciting guests in the future, and we'll keep building the bridge between heaven and earth and give you the tools you need to fight for your holistic health. Because Feel Like a Champion is not just a slogan. Dr. D, the sports doc that rocks.